Get ready to dive into the mind-blowing world of Flash Gordon, 1980, the movie you thought you knew, but totally didn't. This is the Flash Gordon that almost got made by Fellini. Yes, that Fellini ignited the spark for Star Wars and brought Queen's legendary sound straight into space. Have you ever wondered what inspired Star Wars or why Gordon's alive became a legendary quote? Strap in and prepare for 20 wild, weird, and totally epic facts that will make you see this cult classic in a whole new light. Let's dive in. 1. The director who got away. Imagine a Flash Gordon, directed by the legendary Federico Fellini. Yes, that Fellini. Producer Dino De Laurentiis wanted Fellini to helm the project, given Fellini's history with bootlegging Flash Gordon comics in Italy during the 1930s. But as you all know, it didn't happen, and you might ask why. Well, that's because Fellini declined, and as a quirky tribute, they named Princess Aura's pet Fellini. What was it? A missed opportunity, or maybe a blessing in disguise? It's a fascinating what-if that leaves us wondering. 2. Campy Roots. Do you know where the campy style of Flash Gordon came from? It's all thanks to Lorenzo Semple Jr., the same guy who wrote for the 1966 Batman TV series. Semple brought that same brand of humor to Flash Gordon, although he later admitted it was a terrible mistake. And who knew camp could be so confusing? This campy approach was intentional, drawing from the colorful and humorous world of Batman, but it ended up dividing audiences. 3. Script struggles. Let's talk about some serious script problems. So tell me, what would you do if your script was translated by someone who thought a beautiful woman was a beautiful cat? Well, it's not any random joke. And of course, you heard it very well. That's what happened to Semple's script, thanks to a less-than-stellar translator. De Laurentiis wasn't fazed, saying he didn't want to be fooled by words. Guess that explains the confusing storylines. It's a hilarious example of how translation mishaps can lead to some bizarre plot twists. 4th artistic genius. Next up is the mastermind behind the film's visuals, Danilo Donati. This Academy Award-winning Italian designer brought the retro-futuristic and Art Deco elements to life. Semple described him as a crazed Italian. But hey, that's what made the film so iconic. Donati's work is a testament to the power of creative vision, turning what could have been ordinary into something extraordinary. 5. George Lucas's missed opportunity. It's time to discuss some missed opportunities. Did you know George Lucas was once set to make a Flash Gordon film? It's true. He couldn't secure the rights, so he decided to create his own space epic, Star Wars. Talk about a silver lining for sci-fi fans. This missed opportunity led to the creation of one of the most beloved franchises in history, and it proves that sometimes failure can be a stepping stone to greatness. 6. Sam J. Jones's unexpected debut. How do you go from a game show to a superhero? Sam J. Jones's did exactly something like that. De Laurentiis' mother-in-law spotted Jones on an episode of The Dating Game and thought he was perfect for the lead role in Flash Gordon. At the time, Jones was a former Marine and semi-pro footballer with no major acting credits, except a supporting role in the romantic comedy 10, 1979. This chance sighting on a TV game show led to Jones beating out big names like Kurt Russell and Arnold Schwarzenegger for the part. Who knew looking for love could lead to saving the world? 7. Blonde and blue-eyed Flash. Can you imagine Flash Gordon with blonde hair and blue eyes? Well, I clearly can't. But guess what? It almost happened. However, Sam J. Jones complained about the contact lenses, and the idea was scrapped. Guess we can't imagine Flash any other way now. It's interesting to think how different the character might have looked, but sometimes the original vision is the best one. 8. Stunt Master. Now, who was the stuntman in Flash Gordon? And who did those stunts for Sam J? Well, no one. And guess what? At 6 feet tall, Sam J. Jones did most of his own stunts. That's right, Flash Gordon was not just a pretty face, He was also a stunt machine. Who needs a stunt double when you've got the real deal? Jones's physicality added an extra layer of authenticity to the film, making his character even more believable. 9. Edgar Wright's inspiration. It's an inspiring story time. Do you know director Edgar Wright? Well, who doesn't, but do you know that he is a huge fan of Flash Gordon? Yes, he is. And that's not it. He even used it as an inspiration for Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. Wright praised the film's glorious costumes, crazy matte paintings, and cool set designs. I think Flash Gordon's influence is still flying high. 10th, Queen's rocking score. Imagine a film where the soundtrack is the heartbeat of the movie. That's what Queen achieved with Flash Gordon. And guess what? This was one of the first big-budget films to feature a rock band score, and it was a game-changer. Even De Laurentiis asked, "Who are the Queens?" and discovered their energetic sound. Given creative freedom, Queen incorporated dialogue and effects into their tracks. What about the result? A memorable and energetic soundtrack with hits like Flash's theme that make you want to live forever. 11th, Highlander connection. What if I told you that Queen's musical legacy extends far beyond Flash Gordon? They didn't just stop at the 1980 space opera. No. They also crafted the soundtrack for Highlander in 1986. That's right. The iconic song Who Wants to Live Forever was inspired by a line from Flash Gordon. It's a pure musical legacy. 12th, Hawkman's back pain. Who wants to fly? Or who knows what it's like to fly with wings? Well, it's a dream that many of us have had since childhood. But let's talk about the wings that the actors used in Flash Gordon. The actors playing the Hawkman had it tough, as those wings were not just for show. They couldn't sit down without the wings digging into their backs. I think flying isn't all it's cracked up to be. The physical discomfort was worth it, though, for those epic aerial scenes. But I still have that dream, though. 13. Brian Blessed's iconic line. Do you remember the line, "Gordon's alive"? This iconic phrase is thanks to Brian Blessed's energetic and unforgettable performance as Prince Voltan. But what makes it so special? Well, it's one of the most repeated quotes from the film, and it still gives us goosebumps even 40 years later. And guess what? This line has become so ingrained in popular culture that it lodged Brian Blessed into the UK's collective consciousness. He's even claimed that the Queen of England loves repeating it with her grandchildren, making it a family favorite across generations. Now that's what you call an enduring legacy. 14. Campy approach controversy. Lorenzo Semple Jr. thought making Flash Gordon humorous was a mistake. Wait, what? Let me repeat that. Did he really think that way? Not good. Well, someone came to save the movie right away. Who? De Laurentiis? That's right. He had some other plans. The film's campy approach divided audiences. But hey, at least it's memorable. This campy style, reminiscent of the 1966 Batman TV series, added a unique flavor to the film that's still debated today. 15th flop in the US, hit in Europe. Do you know that Flash Gordon was a flop? Don't be so shocked because that's true. This movie was a flop in the US, but fortunately a hit in Europe. Guess Europeans just loved the campy retro vibe more than Americans did. Who knew cultural differences could be so interesting? The film's success abroad shows that sometimes what doesn't resonate in one market can become a beloved classic in another. 16th, practical effects galore. Do you know about a film where almost every effect is real, not just CGI magic? I'm talking about Flash Gordon, of course, because that's exactly what you get with Flash Gordon. You might think, who was creating these visuals? The answer is Danilo Donati. He was the mastermind behind the visuals. From the retro-futuristic spaceships to the stunning Art Deco sets, Danilo didn't worry about practicality. He just built it, and it worked. And what happened next? Well, this approach gave the film a tangible, nostalgic quality that CGI can't replicate. 17. Mike Hodges' director. Mike Hodges had a tough job in balancing comedy and action in Flash Gordon. But you know what? He nailed it. Mike ensured the film didn't get too silly by keeping the stakes high. Now here's the interesting part. He arrived on a project already influenced by other filmmakers, with talks of a sequel before filming even began. Despite this, his direction was key in making Flash Gordon a film that's both entertaining and engaging. 18. Supporting cast magic. Imagine a cast so magical, it elevates the entire film. That's what you get with Timothy Dalton as Prince Baron, Brian Blessed as Prince Voltan, and Ornella Muti as Princess Aura. The supporting cast was pure magic, bringing the film to life with their over-the-top performances. Each character added a unique layer to the story, making Flash Gordon a true ensemble piece. Guess what makes it even more special? The chemistry between these actors is undeniable, making every scene a delight to watch. 19. Costume chaos. Ever wondered what it's like to wear a costume that's both stunning and painful? That's what the actors in Flash Gordon experienced. The costumes, designed by Danilo Donati, were not just visually stunning, but also incredibly uncomfortable. Guess beauty is pain, right? Donati didn't care. He just wanted them to look amazing. The elaborate costumes, though painful to wear, are a big part of the film's visual appeal and enduring charm. Now that's dedication to art. 20. Cult classic status. Flash Gordon has become a cult classic, and here's why. It's loved for its bizarre storylines, campy humor, and stunning visuals. It's a film that's either hated or loved passionately, no in between. So, which camp are you in? Its cult following is a testament to the film's unique blend of humor, action, and style that continues to captivate audiences. Guess what's even more amazing? The film's spirit lives on through special midnight screenings and interactive events, keeping its magic alive for new generations. Thanks for joining us on this epic journey through Flash Gordon's mind-blowing secrets. If you love discovering these hidden gems, smash that like button, drop a comment with your favorite fact, and don't forget to subscribe for more awesome movie deep dives. Hit that bell icon so you never miss an adventure, because we've got plenty more to explore. Catch you in the next one.